Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to Banished once more. Let's have a quick look at the situation that we're in right now. We managed to get sheep last time, so they have their own little pen here, and hopefully before too long they will start breeding. We could only afford to buy 2, that nearly ruined us in terms of like the trading goods we had. So we bought 2, a breeding pair, and hopefully they will end up filling up the pasture before too long. That also means that we now have access to wool, hopefully, so we can get warm coats for our people. So that's good. We have an extra woodcutter. That was a result of basically every single winter we just kind of scrape by on the firewood, so I've made an extra woodcutter, and we have an extra forester lodge out here, so hopefully together the 2 of them will start filling up the supplies of materials we have. Now, the different things out here are pretty far away, so I would actually kind of like to speed up the travel time out here just a wee bit. So if we could get, you know, this bit of road here upgraded to stone, I think that would be a good thing. Maybe, yeah, let's get that as well. Next, of course, would be this bit of road here, and then we pretty much have a stone road going all the way through our town. Someone mentioned that I should probably upgrade the road here in front of the town hall. This road never ever gets used, but I fully agree it should be upgraded because, well, town hall, it's an important building. It should look important. So that's that. Now that's done. I'm in the middle of building a house here. They have all the materials they need, but right now we need to really pay attention to the food supply because it's been dwindling ever since we got the last round of nomads. We do have the orchard, we do have our farms here, which this one doesn't look as though it'll ever manage to, you know, grow up. But this one here is getting close to 100% yield, so hopefully with the farmers will be able to harvest that in time and bring that in. We are in a situation where we don't really have a lot of food coming in general. Like, we've cut down the amount of gatherers, so they don't really have anything to do. I'm thinking of changing a herbalist for a gatherer because we don't seem to consume medicine at all. We have 300 of it, we haven't used any. Granted, we don't have hospitals to use it in, but I don't think that really matters. What matters though is getting enough food for our people. And since it's late summer now, these fields here, if they don't start producing a bunch of stuff, and like the orchard here also seems to be in trouble. It's not really doing too well in terms of the yield, but I'm guessing, yeah, it's apples, so they're late season. So they'll probably not get harvested and be ripe until late autumn. So we'll see how much we get out of that. Now we still have 2 families in here we haven't managed to get houses for. This one should take care of 1 family, and we still have all of these houses filled with like single people just living there. Although there's not nearly as many occupied by single people now as there used to be. Although a couple of people just have recently died. I can see that because I am missing. Let's see here. I had 2 laborers when I started this. Now I don't. Oh, that's because I forgot to. Oh. I never managed to click that button. Okay. Oh well. We are doing quite well on population, I think. Let's actually have a look at the graphs here. Population. Yeah, we're still steadily increasing, getting more and more populous. You can see these sharp things here. They're the nomads coming in. Basically, here we pretty much stopped building new houses, and people didn't have any children for a while, and then the first generation started dying off, and then we got a bunch of nomads in, so that works pretty well. But yeah, as you can see, the firewood here, we used to be able to do pretty well, but lately we haven't been able to rebuild the full supply in the summer, and there was a really cold winter here, which pretty much like ruined us. 10 years should be enough. So yeah, firewood is something that we need to bring a bit of focus to, and that's what we've done with the extra woodcutter. So what else do we have right now? We don't have any extra laborers. That's kind of a bummer. But we kind of need all the people that we have working in various positions right now. I think if we reduce any of the miners, we're gonna end up not having access to trading goods at all, and that's gonna be a problem. The orchard here, yeah, I don't know if it's really worth it in terms of food yield. We need a storage barn over here. That's what we need. A storage barn. Can we fit in one right here? Nope. Now that would have been fantastic if we could. That would have been just perfect. Although we can't fit in one right here. And then... You know what? I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Get a storage barn right there. So all the products from the farms here can go in there, and then they can pick it up easily from the market, and then the products from all the industry can go in here, and, you know, it'll be perfect. I think that works. I'm still concerned about these chickens because they don't seem to, like... I don't know how much food this actually is. It's not a lot, from what I can tell. Maybe we just need a much larger pasture for them. At least with the sheep for now, we can leave them here because they haven't filled it up. But I think the chickens might need a larger pasture. So that's going to be one of the things we build out here. But storage barn has to take priority. We don't have any laborers to actually do the work though. Let's sacrifice a miner then. Sacrifice sounds so. Okay, so everyone has moved out now. I'm guessing, yeah, one of the big families moved in here. And then I don't know if we... Did we have a death? Yes, we did. We did have an old age death, so that means one of the other families have moved in over here somewhere. Maybe here. So yeah, everything should be fine there. Everyone has houses. Now the question is, of course, food supply, because again, if we look here, food used to do really well, continuously increasing, and then we were at the cap for a moment here, and now we've started kind of falling down again. So we need to make sure that... I think this orchard is not doing well. Previous season it gave a bit of corn, and this season it is giving a couple of apples, but it's not being harvested. Why is that? Is it because all the farmers live too far away? Or... I really don't know, because, like, why are you not harvesting? And how are the hunters doing, by the way? Pretty good, pretty good. Did we tell this one to stop working? Nope, we have hunters both places, okay. So that should at least give us a steady supply of leather, having all these hunters working. I've also decreased the game speed. That might be why I don't seem to see anything happening. Ooh, our cemetery is filling up. I'm still wondering if you can bulldoze the cemetery and then just build a new one in the same place, if people get upset about that. I would possibly get upset about it, probably. $417 apples for 2 people working. That's not good. That really is not good. At least the inn has a couple of berries to work with now. That was a problem earlier, they didn't have any raw materials, but now that seems to have been solved. Winter has come though, or winter is right around the corner, and we really do not have a lot of firewood. Still. Even with 2 people working to chop up logs, we don't have a lot of firewood. I'm actually getting a bit worried here. Like, by now, all of this should pretty much be going automatically, provided that we haven't... But then again, we are making more houses, so more things need to be heated up. I don't know. Thinking of cutting down this orchard. It really isn't producing what we needed to. Plus it's kind of in the way, depending on how you look at it. I'm It would temporarily solve our firewood issue, I think, but on the other hand, getting like or just they take a while to start producing at all. So I'm kind of let's give it one more season and see if it can beat that. I mean, 28 corn from an apple farm, that makes no sense. So I'm thinking that the whole farm was not connected to a specific field. That's kind of a bummer. It doesn't seem to work out too well. And what I'm talking about is that each little guy in the village here, while they do have a job, they don't have any sort of specific skill set, and they don't have like, I don't think one guy always goes to work in the same place, even though it's like, if you're a gatherer, you might either go to work up there or up there. I don't know if that sort of sticks to your character or what or not. It's a good question. What we could use is some of all these students growing up and becoming adults. Yeah, we just had one there. So, oh, we have actually consumed a bit of medicine. Interesting, interesting. Although I think that might just have been the household getting some for their own use. No? No, they don't seem to carry medicine locally. Alright. But I think what we need to do is save up materials for the hospital. We haven't been struck by any diseases yet, but it might come. It probably will come at one point. But as you can see, it's quite expensive. 52 wood, 78 stone, and 42 iron. Now, iron is something that we've pretty much, like, we've been struggling with it for a while. There are still some deposits around the map we could potentially send people to go pick up. The same goes for the stone. Oh, that's a big pile of deer right there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell people to collect all of this stone here. And all of the iron here as well. I don't know if they can... Yeah, they... Alright, they can walk around there. What jobs do these people have, I wonder? Can we pause for a moment and have a look? So, you're a laborer. Okay, so you're supposed to be there. You are a farmer. Why are you not planting field? It's almost spring. So apparently, while the farmers don't feel like they have anything better to do, you know, like supplying or getting a steady supply of food for the village, apparently that's not a priority. I tend to disagree. Although there are a couple of farmers working right here. And none working here. But yeah, there is actually, speaking of all this with the jobs and such, there is this little thing here, which basically shows the path that people take from where they live to where they work. So like you can see, no one ever visits the town hall because it's not that important. But see, this gal, she lives over here, and she's the chicken man. Then the farmers, this field, they live right next to it, so they should be fine. The farmers here also live right next to, and same with this. All the farmers live where they're working, so that's good. The this guy also lives over here, so yeah, like all these houses are occupied by the people that actually work and live over here. The trader lives right next to his workplace as well. But the stonecutters, as you can see, they live far, far away. And that kind of makes sense, because, well, there are no houses out there. So that kind of makes sense, and that's forgivable. I think we need to clear cut some more. Or assign more people to be foresters. We have an extra laborer at the moment. Let's get an extra forester going. And then we'll see if that fixes anything. Probably not, but we'll see. But yeah, it seems as though they start out by planting the closest field, then they return or move on to planting the next field, rather than like doing them all simultaneously so they can start growing. I don't know how it doesn't seem that efficient, to be honest. We'll see. How much stone can you carry? About 4 units at a time? Not too much, but whatever. Still no sheep. Still no extra sheep. Come on, surely one of your sheep has to be pregnant. And we have a trader. Alright. Let's see, what do you have? You have wool coats. I'm not sure I actually want to buy wool coats directly. We don't really need extra clothing of that quality. He will, however, accept food for seeds. But, you know what? Let's just buy some wool coats for fish. There we go. Because why not? Fish is again a resource we have plenty of access to. I'm actually thinking of putting an extra fisher hut over here as well. Just kind of amplify the food situation a bit. Where can we potentially put it to get the most out of it? Like here? It can actually fit right there. That's interesting. Kind of a bummer. I would actually like to fit it right about here because that would. Well, we can, if we remove the road a bit, we can actually put it here. But I think that makes it. I think maybe over. I don't know where it would cover the most amount of water. Now that's the thing I'm trying to optimize how much water is in the radius, because like the more inland you place, of course, the less water it has access to. And you also don't want it to overlap with the other ones. I think maybe here would be pretty good. But yeah, at the moment, let's skip for that and wait until we can get the hospital set up. I think we need to sacrifice a lot more of these beautiful trees around. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So yeah, let's start clear cutting some stuff. Now we don't want to clear cut next to where we rely on the forest for resources. So up here and down there we don't want it. Up here though, it really doesn't matter. The same goes for, well, pretty much this side of the mountain here. I don't think there's any game or any stuff to be had here. So let us, you know what? Get rid of it. Let's get some. Let's get a nice big boost to our wood supply. We need that. We also need to set up a new cemetery very soon. Like pretty much right now. Town services. I need to find out whether you can actually like just demolish an old cemetery and then recycle the materials. I think we should stop burying people next to our farm. That seems like a bad idea. But I don't know where else to put it. Where else it makes sense. Up here maybe? I don't know if we want this road here to kind of continue over here and then maybe get a little bridge across here. I think that might actually be a good idea to try and plan that out. So where exactly can we place a bridge here? That's the thing. We can place a bridge right there. I think that's actually a pretty good place to have it. Let's get that planned. And then we need a third road to connect the bridge. Now, what exactly did I plan it? I'm guessing that shadow right there, yeah. So we needed to connect here, I think. Yeah, let's keep that bend. And then we can cut away. That's not what I want. That was what I want. I keep finding the wrong button. Get these trees away so we can actually see. I think there's plenty of work for the people who don't have anything to do right now. So yeah, with all the stuff that we're clear cutting, then surely there's bound to be work for people. Now, we are actually managing to build up a nice firewood supply right now, so hopefully before too long the woodcutters will stop chopping up all the logs we have, and we can actually use them for building stuff. Let's speed up time a bit, see what's happening. I kind of wish we would get some more sheep right now, because it doesn't really appear that though they're, you know, multiplying. I have no idea what the hell that guy is doing. Like, he's just, I don't know, removing weeds. He should be grooming the sheep and not just, you know, making holes in the ground. Oh yeah, that's what I... That's industry right there. But at least we have a lot of wood now, so we can actually, I think we can plan out the hospital. Where do we want the hospital? Where do we want it? There it is. I think we want it right. Can't fit it in here, nope. So let's put it... It actually fits in perfectly across from the... sort of perfectly. Can also put it, you know, down here, I guess. No, let's put it here. With a little space between. Again, it's a bit on the outskirts of town, but eventually the town will spread. That's the plan, at least. If we can get all these, like the food supply and stuff, set up. See, the bridge here has all the materials delivered. So that's good. I'm thinking we should probably also connect the other side to our road. And hopefully that will, you know, the idea being that it would help people move around by giving them the access to cross here instead of going down here and then around if they need to get over here for some reason. Again, knowing where people need to go, that's the whole point of this little path button here. As you can see, at the moment they go down here, but again, if you had the bridge here, they could potentially live up here, and they would live closer to their work. So that's the idea. Nope, 2 sheep, nothing else. 12 chickens. 2 sheep, 12 chickens, almost full graveyard. But we do have a lot of students, and they're growing up right now, so that's really, really good. That's promising. Let's get an extra hunter going, and an extra gatherer. I think we might also need to consider getting some more farmers, because these fields are not getting like all the stuff needed done to them. And then finally, let us, you know, remove all these little plants and such that are in this area. Add them to our supplies. And then I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We've got the hospital planned out. We've started building the road infrastructure for this part of the city up here, encroaching on the new hunters' terrain again. We have failed to get an extra sheep, but at least we managed to survive a winter with 5 wood in excess now for once in our lifetime. Also, there's a trader. Let's quickly see. He has chickens. We don't need chickens. Alright. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!